Hi, I'm Holly Andrews, and if you are new to the channel, I am so glad that you are here, and if you are a regular viewer, welcome back. Happy New Year. I am recording this video on New Year's Eve, so by the time you see this, we will be into 2026, and I have an exciting lineup of recipes for you all this year. As of January 1st, this channel is officially 2 years old, so not only is it Happy New Year, but it is happy birthday to the channel, and I am excited to still be here with you all. So today, to kick off 2026, I have a winter veggie hash with chicken sage sausage. And again, as always, blood sugar balancing, full of protein, full of fiber. This particular recipe is really vibrant, full of beautiful color from the veggies, and it is just a perfect way to start off the new year with a great breakfast hash. As always, I design my recipes with you in mind to help you build what I call regulating meals, meaning this is going to help regulate your blood sugar, which in turn is going to help regulate cortisol. Now, it is not the only thing that regulates cortisol, but keeping our blood sugar stable definitely helps our body's stress response, because when our blood sugar is out of control and it's doing that roller coaster like this, that spikes our cortisol internally, causing inflammation and all kinds of other issues. So if we can keep our blood sugar balanced, that is definitely going a very, very long way to help with our cortisol balance as well. So of course, we've got a really great source of protein with our chicken sausage here. Now, I've made the chicken sausage and I gave you the recipe to make this chicken sausage. It's very simple. So I chose to use ground chicken breast today. So it's a pound of ground chicken breast or ground chicken, up to you, or any other ground meat that you want to use. And in fact, if you check out the blog post, I've given you some vegan substitutes and things like that in the recipe. So go check that out if you are not a meat eater. But I've got, a pound of ground meat, turkey, chicken, beef, whatever floats your boat. And then I've added in some fresh sage, which smells amazing, and then some powdered spices as well. And it just turned out beautifully. Now, if you don't want to make your own chicken sausage, head on down to that grocery store and pick up some already made for you chicken sausage. But I tend to find that making it from home in this simple way is an easy way to make sure that we're not getting overly processed foods into our diet. And it really is simple to make. So we've got that chicken sausage. And then for the veggie hash. Now, the recipe calls for some different vegetables than what I used here and today on the video. Now, that said, I just would recommend 3 different root or cruciferous vegetables to go into your hash. So you can pick from among the many different root vegetables. You can pick from among the many different cruciferous vegetables, mix them up, make this your own. Today, for the video, I used carrots, parsnips, and sweet potato. Now, I believe the recipe on the blog post calls for carrots, rutabaga, and Brussels sprouts. I just wasn't feeling Brussels sprouts today, and I couldn't find a rutabaga. So I subbed with parsnips and a sweet potato. So you can see that this is really flexible and you can make it your own. If I wanted to go with something cruciferous, I could have thrown in some broccoli instead. But we've got the 3, you want to pick from 3 root or cruciferous vegetables and then a leafy green. So today I used kale that I had in my freezer. You could use spinach or some other type of leafy green. Collards would be even great this time of year. They are definitely in season. So take your pick. Again, make this your own. And so by doing that, we're getting a ton of fiber. Adding in those colors, we're getting many different nutrients and vitamins from the vegetables, and then we're throwing it all together. So let's talk about making this recipe. So those who've been following the channel for a while, you know that I start out by getting everything ready to go. It's that concept of mise en place and then throwing it all together. So I started off by peeling my carrots, my parsnips, and my sweet potato. I did that off camera, and then chopping them into small dice. Not a fine dice, but a small dice. I wanted to get small pieces so it really would feel like a hash, and also keep them small enough that they would cook in the time that I wanted them to cook, but not so small that they kind of turned to mush. So I got my root veggies chopped up, diced, small dice, dice, small chop, whatever you want to call it. And then I got my half a red onion diced up. Now I did not do a fine dice. I did a bigger dice on the onion because again, I wanted it to feel like a hash. I didn't want those onions to get kind of lost in the noise. I wanted them to stand out on their own. So I did a larger dice than I usually would for that red onion. So that was everything for my hash. And then I turned to my chicken sausage. I needed about a tablespoon of fresh sage. So I picked up some sage from the grocery store, and I have this little handy dandy little herb chop roller thingy that I forgot I had, and I actually found it and pulled it out today and used that to get my sage nice and finely, really finely chopped up so that it would blend very quickly and nicely into my ground chicken breast. So I got that done, and then I put that into a small bowl and I tossed in all of my other spices in there, my garlic powder, my onion powder, my salt, pepper, and then my fennel seed. I love fennel seed. Fennel seed is a staple in sausage, and so it just adds an extra layer of depth there to that chicken sausage. So got my ground chicken in my bowl, dumped all of my seasonings right in, mixed that all up, and then we were ready to cook. So I got some olive oil going in my cast iron pan and then added in my chicken mix and got that into, a crumble. Now, if you wanted to, you could totally form the ground chicken sausage mix into patties. But again, I just wanted this to feel like a true hash. And so I decided to turn my chicken sausage into chicken sausage crumbles. So once that was all nice and cooked, I took the chicken sausage out, set it on a plate, set it aside while the rest of my hash, while my veggies cooked. So I added some more oil, and I'll back up and say that since I used ground chicken breast for the chicken, I put extra olive oil into the pan. Since ground chicken breast is so lean, there is practically no fat in it whatsoever. I needed some extra healthy fats to not only help keep it from sticking, but just adding in healthy fats to the meal itself. So I added some extra olive oil when I was cooking the chicken sausage. So I did add some extra olive oil back into the pan when it got time to cook my veggies again, because I didn't want my veggies to stick. So I added in my carrots, my sweet potatoes, my parsnips, stirred that around with the olive oil, and then that cooked for about 11-12 minutes. Occasionally I stirred it just to make sure it was evenly cooking and not sticking. So that worked beautifully. At the end of that 11-12 minutes, I added in my red onion, which is kind of reverse for me. I'm used to adding the red onion in first, but again, if I had done that red onion would have cooked down so much that it practically would have probably disappeared and I would have lost it. I wouldn't have lost the flavor, but I would have lost the visual, and I love the pop of purple that you're seeing in this hash recipe. So I let the onion cook down for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I added in my kale and put the ground chicken sausage back into the skillet and started to mix that all up together. Let that cook for another 3 or 4 minutes so that the kale was wilted and the chicken warmed back up, and it's just beautiful. It is so vibrant, so pretty. It smells really good. That chicken sausage is so fresh and so good because I just made it today. It hasn't been sitting on a store shelf. It doesn't have any preservatives in it, and it's just really good. And this hash together, it's just so pretty. It's so vibrant, and it's perfect for a fresh start to the new year. So I hope you've enjoyed this recipe as we kick off 2026. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel as I build the community here. And you can always check out my website for ways that we can work together throughout the year, and check out my social media where I'm kind of revamping things as we head into 2026. And you're going to see my face a whole lot more and hear my voice a whole lot more on my social media channel. So be sure and follow me there as well. So until next time, I'm Holly Andrews, and I believe that you can heal your stress from the inside out.